Have I actually transmigrated? In the antique room, Ning Tian lay on a soft bed filled with a woman's fragrance, his face full of shock. On the soft bed, there were also quietly lying some women's clothes, the faint fragrance making Ning Tian feel somewhat strange. No, this isn't right. What exactly is happening? Ning Tian gulped, puzzled by the woman's room, the soft bed, the clothes, and the pain he felt in his body while lying there. Damn it! Could it be that I've been taken advantage of? A wry smile tugged at Ning Tian's lips as he thought of the absurd possibility. If he was lying here, there could only be one explanation. Clenching his teeth, he seemed to be trying to recollect something, but had no memory of the event. How could I, a fine specimen of a man from Earth, have been so disastrously taken advantage of after transmigrating? It couldn't be some ugly woman, could it? Maybe it was an extremely beautiful woman? At any rate, I'm at a huge loss. Ning Tian sighed, attempting to rise from the bed, but just at that moment, a flood of memories accompanied by severe pain poured into his mind. After a while, he finally figured out what was happening. He had transmigrated to a world called Tianxuan continent, which had a complete cultivation system. Powerful cultivators in this world were able to move mountains and seas, fly through the sky, and achieve the impossible. And his current location was none other than within the demon sect of Dongxing Nation in the Tianling realm. Wait a minute. Suddenly, while sorting out his memories, Ning Tian came across a shocking revelation. I'm a waste. Ning Tian was dumbfounded. His current identity turned out to be a menial servant within the demon sect, and on top of that, he was a genuine good-for-nothing. Damn it! The thought of just ending it all and starting over flashed through Ning Tian's mind. In this magical world, being a good-for-nothing meant it was game over for him. Then, another fragment of memories surged into his mind. Could there be a chance that things could turn around? The leader of the demon sect, the Empress. She's actually my wife? Today is the grand wedding ceremony between me and the Empress. Then the clothes around here, could they actually belong to the Empress? Ning Tian's expression turned weird. Why would the leader of a sect, revered as an empress, want to marry him tonight? Creak. While he dwelled on these thoughts, the door was pushed open, making a slight creaking noise. Following that, a fragrance wafted in, and a graceful figure entered. Adorned in a blue and white long dress, with a phoenix crown on her head, a slender woman approached. Her beautiful eyes seemed as merciless as the Luo River, her facial features exquisitely stunning, breathtakingly beautiful. Seeing her, a trace of astonishment flashed in Ning Tian's eyes. The woman entering was his wife in name, the leader of the demon sect, known as the Empress Luo Wuqing. This woman, she was more beautiful than all the women he had seen on Earth. Even female celebrities would stand no chance against her. At this moment, only one thought crossed Ning Tian's mind. He had struck it rich. You're awake. Luo Wuqing glanced at Ning Tian, lying on the bed with a cold tone, like an ice lotus in a snowfield. Since you are awake, I won't waste words. Before Ning Tian could speak, Luo Wuqing continued. We are only getting married in name. Don't think that it's a real marriage. At most, it can only be considered a nominal couple, so you should not have any improper thoughts about me. If you do harbor such thoughts, I will sense them at any time, and then you can't blame me for being truly unfeeling. Upon hearing this, Ning Tian's eyebrows frowned in displeasure. He had already been miserable enough, but to have a wife bestowed upon him for free, only for it to be a sham? Ding! Just then, a mechanical-like voice echoed in Ning Tian's mind. Ding! Congratulations to the host for activating the shocking system. A system? The still displeased Ning Tian suddenly froze, a look of wild joy appearing on his face. As a transmigrator, he was of course aware of what a system meant. That was something that could help him make a great comeback. With the system in hand, was he still afraid of being worthless? But what's the use of this system? Just after that prompt, it seemed that there was no follow-up. While Ning Tian was studying the system, Luo Wuxing had already noticed his expressions of sorrow and joy. Her eyebrows furrowed slightly. What was this man up to? Are you listening to me? Luo Wuxing spoke up, her voice cold and filled with absolute authority. Hearing the voice by his ear, and still researching his life-changing system, Ning Tian frowned and involuntarily snapped. Shut up. I'm busy. Luo Wuxing was taken aback, surprise flashing in her beautiful eyes. What was her status? A formidable divine emperor-level expert, leader of the demon sect, known as the Empress, who dared to be so rude to her. And what was Ning Tian's status? Merely a menial servant of the demon sect. Yet now, she as the Empress, had been chastised by Ning Tian. At that moment, Luo Wuxing couldn't help but reveal a hint of astonishment. Was this man unafraid of death? As soon as Ning Tian uttered those words, he regretted it a bit. He was still just a nobody with a strength of 0, and Luo Wuxing could crush him with a flick of her hand. Was he too impulsive? Just then, a system prompt sounded in his mind. Congratulations to the host for completing the first shock and reward with a pressure suppression skill. Pressure suppression. Suppress the opponent, unable to use any spiritual energy for 3 hours. Huh, a shocking reward? Could it be because I just reprimanded Luo Wuxing? Ning Tian was stunned for a moment, then quickly realized. His eyes lit up, so this was how the system worked. Achieving a certain degree of shock would grant him certain rewards. What did you just say? Luo Wuxing's beautiful eyes landed on Ning Tian, and there was a kind of cold indifference in her gaze that revolved around her. If it had been the previous Ning Tian, he would definitely have backed down, but now that he understood how the system worked, it seemed he knew what to do. Biting his teeth, he mustered his courage. What was the Empress to him? Worst case, he'd just take a risk, from cycling to motorbiking. How come? I'm your husband. Do you have a problem with me talking to you like this? Ning Tian looked at Luo Wuxing indifferently. At that moment, he put on the act. Once again, a hint of astonishment flashed in Luo Wuxing's eyes. How had this man suddenly become so bold? At this moment, however, Ning Tian's mind was filled with a voice. Congratulations to the host for completing a general shock and reward with a vitality pill. Adjust the meridians, repairs the physique. Now that Ning Tian had tasted success, he became even more greedy. He stood up, walked over to Luo Wuxing's side, grabbed her soft hand that was as tender as boneless, and pulled her to sit by the bed. Was this guy getting too carried away? Congratulations to the host for completing an intermediate level shock. The vitality pill has been automatically consumed. The meridians inside the body are being repaired, and the divine level 10-fold cultivation physique has awakened, currently absorbing 10 times more spiritual energy per second. Understanding of martial arts improved 10-fold. Speed of cultivation technique increased 10-fold. At this moment, Ning Tian sensed that his originally weak body was filled with strength, with endless spiritual energy being integrated into his body. Are you courting death? Just then, a cold voice sounded by his ear, filled with a sliver of killing intent. Ning Tian was startled and turned his head subconsciously. He saw that Luo Wuxing was staring at him, the glint of killing intent in her beautiful eyes inadvertently showing. A formidable aura of a divine emperor enveloped Ning Tian in an instant. Feeling that his body was immovable, Ning Tian's face changed drastically. It's over. This time he had overplayed his hand. At this moment, Ning Tian was being suppressed to death on the bed by Luo Wuxing, whose cool hand was on his chest, pressing him down firmly. Feeling the soft and boneless hand, Ning Tian couldn't enjoy it one bit. Tell me, how do you want to die? Luo Wuxing asked indifferently. Was she really going to kill him? Ning Tian gritted his teeth. Regardless of whether Luo Wuxing really intended to kill him or not, he had to fight back now. He murmured in his heart. Activate the atmospheric pressure suppression. Boom! Then, a wave of black aura emerged from his body, and the oppressive aura instantly enveloped Luo Wuxing. At this moment, the spiritual energy in her body completely disappeared and her body softened, toppling towards Ning Tian. What? Astonishment flashed in Luo Wuxing's beautiful eyes. What happened to her divine emperor-level power? Ning Tian caught Luo Wuxing in his arms, clenched his teeth, and his eyes flashed with ruthlessness. No going back. If he backed down now, once the atmospheric pressure suppression time ended, he would definitely be dead without a doubt. It was better to go all out. Anyway, we were together last night, so let's do it one more time today. Today, I'll show you, the Empress, what it means that the sky is high and the earth is wide, but the husband is the greatest. Ning Tian clenched his teeth, and under the astonished gaze of Luo Wuxing, he took the first step in the major event of life.